Hello, my YouTube family everywhere. Welcome, everybody. And I thank all my present subscribers. I really do. My heart is open for each and every one of you. And people new to my channel, welcome as well, my friends. I hope you guys may subscribe to my channel. I hope you give me the thumbs up if you enjoy. I got a powerful, epic video for you today, my friends. This could be the most powerful video that I've ever done and the most important video. And yes, I am a Canadian YouTube creator. And yes, of course, this is Jason Cosmic, RSSP Authority. RSSP stands for Real Secret Space Program. But we're also going to talk about something that's closer to Earth. It still relates to the Real Secret Space Program, but we're going to get really into the United States Constitution and those amazing values that came out of the Scottish Enlightenment. That's right. And we're going to also talk about COG, continuity of government. That's right. And we're going to get in it. We're going to drill down. And of course, as you can see, we're in front of this beautiful old Scottish Rite building. I think the United States Constitution, as I've always said, it relates to us beautiful people in my powerful country of Canada in a large way. After all, we are neighbors, right? I mean, come on. So let's get into it, my friends. One moment. I'm just going to take my coat off. So, my friends, the United States Constitution, of course, it states that every individual is sacred. Life is sacred, right? And our rights to freedom, liberty, happiness, and I would add peace, that all comes to us by divine authority. It absolutely does. And we have the rights to build and take down governments, particularly you Americans out there. Never forget that, guys. You know, I've been calling for a revolution the last couple of years, and you can hear it in some of my past videos where I say, you Americans, you need to get off your ass. There's a lot of great Americans, so get off your ass and do another revolution. You guys haven't done a revolution since the Vietnam War. What's wrong with you guys? And now you wait and wait, and now we got this COVID pathetic virus, which you can guarantee elements of the defense contractors and the CIA, they let this out, man. This is engineered and let out. It's all about chaos, my friends. And it's all about them trying to consolidate, you know, their global power. It really is. And it's all about a multinational consortium, really, of corporate power, my friends. And we got to fight it. We got to get our power and sovereignty back, and we absolutely can, okay? And one other thing about the United States Constitution, actually a few more things. It also states, of course, guys, that, you know, we have individual rights and property rights. That combination of individual property rights was a miraculous covenant, guys, right? It absolutely was. And we need to refresh and rejuvenate the covenant. We absolutely do. And, you know, we're going to get into the continuity of government, by the way, my friends, which relates to the shadow government and the deep state and the U.S. Constitution, okay? And you better believe the continuity of government, my friends, and the United States Constitution as well, it all relates to the missing trillions, particularly when we get into the continuity of government, where a lot of this money is going. If you stay with me, my friends, you're going to find out, okay? So again, guys, the United States Constitution is amazing. And what was it? It was Patrick Henry who made that famous quote, "Give me liberty or give me death." Because he essentially said you need transparency from your leaders. Otherwise, essentially, you can't live in freedom. Right, guys? That's absolutely correct. And what was it? Benjamin Franklin said, those that will give up their liberty for security. I repeat, guys, those that will give up their liberties for security will have and deserve neither. Because a country cannot make you safe and let you be free. And yet, what are we seeing today with how we're defending America and our nations? You know, guys, right? Particularly America, right? And Canada, for that matter. Since 9/11. How are they defending the country? Well, remember George W. Bush. This is the CIA playbook all the way. Listen to this, guys. Remember George W. Bush? He said that the terrorists, they attacked our country because they were jealous of our freedoms. So even Jesse Ventura, you know, crazy, the wrestler Jesse Ventura, I thought he made a good point, guys. He's written books. He's got researchers that help him. He even said the same thing. He said, so we're defending America today by taking away our freedoms so they won't be jealous of our freedoms anymore, and so they won't attack us because we won't be free. Think about that, guys. Isn't that insane? You know, again, my friends, but that is the CIA playbook. Now, whenever I talk about the CIA, guys, you know, I put them on notice, and I believe I'm being censored in my videos to some degree, unfortunately. I'll give you an example, guys. When I talked about the missing trillions, I got almost 5,000 views. Now, I'm getting off topic for a moment, but I want to challenge the good people in the CIA. Whenever I talk about the CIA, I usually add a qualifier. There's still good people in these organizations, even though we know largely, and I show you guys, the CIA are largely unconstrained and out of control, and they're very, very corrupt. They're a cancer to society, my friends. They're a cancer to the United States and all of our allies. They're doing a lot of unconstitutional, monumental crimes, and we can see it, my friends. Come on, the war in Iraq, right? Who lied to the government? As I said in my last video, guys, who brought us to go to war in Iraq, lying about weapons of mass destruction? It was the CIA all the way, my friends. They're trying to, and they often create ethnic wars, unfortunately, around the world, my friends. This is a known fact that we got to look at. And some of the defense contractors are responsible too, guys, particularly the likes of Lockheed Martin. So, my friends, the missing trillions. I got 5,000 views. I could have swore I saw 5,000 views, and then I looked at it, and it went down to 4,600 a few days later or something, or a week later. And my friend even saw 5,000 views. So what the hell's going on here? Are you telling me the CIA won't even let me get to the threshold of 5,000 views on my epic video on the missing trillions? I talked a hell of a long time, though. So, you know, again, guys, I challenge the good people in the CIA. Leave me alone. Let Jason Cosmic RSSP Authority, with a small channel at the moment, let me grow my channel. Don't have censorship interfere with me getting more subscribers and views. I know my subscribers have been interfered with too. I could sometimes see me losing subscribers, even after, I think, very good videos. Anyway, enough about that, my friends. That was my rant on censorship, you know, because this channel means a lot to me, my friends. And again, if you think I have value to share with humanity, I think I do, in my own unique way and style. My intentions are pure. I'm trying to be bold, honest, open, and true. And if you guys feel that and can hear it in my voice and in my information, and you enjoy my videos, I hope, again, guys, you will subscribe and help. Let's take this channel to a whole new level. Okay, guys? Now, continuing on with the U.S. Constitution and continuity government, my friends. This is important. So I talked a little bit about those amazing values. So what is COG? You guys are probably wondering, what is continuity government, Jason? Those of you that don't know. Now, Dark Journalist has been talking a lot about the U.S. Constitution, by the way. He lives in America, and rightly so. And he's talked a lot about continuity government. He follows often in the line of purview of research from the great Peter Dale Scott, probably the greatest researcher that's ever lived. He's in his 80s now, and for 50 years, he's talked about COG, continuity government. And that's whenever you have a major event where there's a government change and there's congressional hearings, you know, in a cover-up, whether it be Watergate, whether it be, of course, John F. Kennedy assassination, whether it be the October surprise, the bailouts, you know, 9/11. Whenever you have those events, guys, and there's, again, a government change, there's always people associated with continuity government. That's right, guys. And I disagree with Dark Journalist. You're going to find out, my friends, where he says, this part I disagree with him. He thinks that continuity government and the deep state shadow government, he thinks that it's political parties. No, my friends, that's part of it. But there's also defense contractors associated with continuity government. And we may get into that as we go along in this video, guys. So it's a combination. It's a very complicated system of institutions and power. I talked about the shadow government and deep state in one of my videos, guys. You could check it out, okay? So let's continue on here. Let's really drill down on COG. Now, first of all, I want to discuss a report that was published from Newsweek a few weeks ago, okay? And I thought largely it was a good report. The writer was William Arnick. I think that's his last name. It's a sort of a strange last name. And the article was titled, I believe was titled, Inside Top Secret Military, one more time, my friends. Inside Top Secret Military Plans if the coronavirus were to destroy the government. Okay, so it vaguely described some of the military plans, in case the civilian government were to be incapacitated by the model, the current model novel as COVID-19 virus, right? And this basically, and of course the scenario, the epidemic. These numbers have been so fraudulent. Dark journalists have shown it, guys. But there's been so much unnecessary hysteria. People are paralyzed with fear, with this coronavirus. Healthy people wearing masks. My friends, it is a real virus. Don't get me wrong. But there's been viruses throughout human history, my friends. Okay? We're going to get through this. All right? And healthy people, we don't have to worry about coronavirus. And unless you're in a big group of older people, I think we shouldn't shut down the global economy, guys. We should cocoon the older people with health conditions and help them. All right, we'll do more videos on that, guys. But let's get this economy up and running. Let's get people functioning again. Let's get our rights. Let's not take away our freedoms anymore, my friends. Okay, this is ridiculous. I really believe that. Anyway, enough about that rant. So, Williams' article, my friends, he discusses. He shapens the plans as if they were new, these development plans for COG, okay? Although he does admit that some of the contingency plans can go as far back as the Eisenhower years. When in actual fact, though, my friends, you could actually go back farther than the Eisenhower years, and the development plans have been updated by almost every subsequent administration, and normally, done through executive order, okay? And now, in the article, I really liked, though, how he talked about the basically the stripping of the leadership and the constitutional authority, okay? And basically noted that, and I thought this was really interesting, he did note that, that they may circumvent the normal constitutional provisions for government succession. In other words, guys, you could have military commanders, placed and in control around America. Can you imagine, guys, if they could circumvent that, the normal constitutional provisions of government succession? I mean, it's unbelievable what they're trying to do, my friends, and what they want to accomplish. Some of these shadow evil groups. I described some of the evil petro-Nazi American, British, misanthropic money hoarders, the petro-oligarchs, some of them, right? The kleptocrats, because there's a lot of liars, and troglodytes and militarized warmongers. Some of these evil shadow groups, my friends, we've got to call them out. And you better believe it means elements of the CIA. Okay, we'll get into that in a moment, possibly. All right, so, and really, my friends, COG, it is CIA. You better believe CIA is an integral part, unfortunately, of continuity government, okay? So he goes on in the article, and he talks about, first of all, guys, he leaves out certain aspects of COG in the development plans. Crucially, he does. For example, in his timeline of sort of how the development plans, occurred post World War II, for example, he totally fails to mention, my friends, the Ronald Reagan's administration's major changes to COG. Yeah, again, guys, the development plans that he starts to mention after World War II, post-World War II, he doesn't mention the major changes that Ronald Reagan's administration did to the development plans of continuity government. I'll give an example, my friends. The Reagan era of executive order, he totally left that out, right? The Reagan's era of executive order, which is the mainstay for the current continuity government program plans. You can't leave that out, man. Okay? And so the extra constitutional aspects, that William talks about, that can be found, again, guys, all being developed during the Ronald Reagan administration, right? Which essentially excludes Congress. Get this, I couldn't believe this when I found out, my friends. It essentially excludes Congress, including the Speaker of the House, from succession plans. And in other words, it basically annihilates Congress if continuity government were to be developed. It would be moved to remove Congress if continuity government were to be developed. Can you believe it? I mean, so in other words, you would have almost exclusive power instead to the executive branch and the military, my friends. I mean, can you believe this kind of power that they want to consolidate the military-industrial complex? Can you imagine, my friends? They're out of control. And this is why, my friends, I believe we need intelligent discourse on things like the deep state shadow government, continuity government, and of course, my friends, you know, a lot of the theft of the missing trillions from the U.S. federal government that I get into, and I follow along the line of Catherine Austin Fitz's research, the great financial expert that was the Secretary for Housing and Urban Development back in the day, my friends. For 15 years, she's trying to bring transparency to the black budget, okay? The point is, guys, a lot of this money is for the underground and under ocean facilities that we know we got worldwide. It absolutely is, my friends, okay? And of course, in other words, what's going on in space too, my friends. You better believe it. It's for a lot of the industrial manufacturing here on our precious planet for military UFO flying programs, all right? This is all part and parcel of continuity government, my friends. It absolutely is, okay? So again, guys, a lot of the extra constitutional aspects he talks about is found during the Reagan administration. I just told you about how they want to consolidate that power, and partly William also doesn't talk about the plethora of the stripping down that, you know, some of the plans, in other words, that were in place, that were hammered out during the Reagan administration. For example, you know, they set it up that there would be 3 president cabinets that would be set up around America outside the Capitol. Okay, guys? Yes. So, again, my friends, we need to have intelligent discourse on these all-important issues. I hope you guys agree with me, all right? Now, that is continuity government in a nutshell, my friends. Now, one other thing I want to add. William, he didn't talk about, in other words, Ronald Reagan's major role in continuity government. Because if you recall, my friends, when Reagan got into office, almost right from day one, continuity government, he was setting it up. He had intelligence operatives. He had the military working on it. He had his CIA director, William Casey, totally involved with continuity government. Absolutely, my friends. And the guy was, Reagan was pouring hundreds of millions of dollars annually into COG, and they were doing COG drills, continuity government drills, almost on a daily basis, on a regular basis, my friends. So you can't leave out the Reagan administration if you talk about continuity government in a meaningful way. That's where I'm, you know, I disagree with William, okay? I got a problem with his article there. But that's why I'm trying to expand on it, my friends, and describe and tell you guys today. It's very, very important, okay? Ronald Reagan, in some ways, I guess you could say some ways he was a good president, but in a large way he wasn't as well at the same time, my friends, because this guy, the financial fraud, I'm telling you, through the 1980s and 1990s was on an industrial scale, and it has been ever since, but particularly in the 80s and 90s, guys. And I've just described hundreds of millions of dollars, this is a fact, my friends, was going to continuity government. All this secrecy in the underground, you know, bases worldwide, my friends, particularly in the United States, okay? And that's where a lot of these trillions of dollars are going. And remember, continuity government, my friends, that was set up during the Cold War, of course, when, you know, when Russia and China, or sorry, Russia and America were in heated battles, right, guys? They might have gone to war. So they created nuclear cities, nuclear bunkers in case of a nuclear war, and the government could continue. And in some ways, that's a good thing, my friends. But now, for decades, you've had this vast infrastructure, and, you know, what do you do with it? Well, they're continuing on, as I told you, my friends, over the decades, the development plans have been updated, they've been changed, and there's more secrecy than ever. There's more secret power than ever, my friends, more corruption than ever. Because, my friends, we all know too much secrecy breeds corruption, okay? Even if you were to talk one-on-one with, say, CIA officials or other intelligence communities, if you were to talk one-on-one with the intelligent financial community, the corporate intelligence community, they would tell you the same thing, my friends. The secrecy's out of control. We deserve transparency and truth, my friends. Most of us in the public, we deserve the truth on these goddamn issues, these goddamn important issues, excuse my language, right guys? We absolutely do. If we want to get our power and sovereignty back, my friends, we have got to break down the walls of this crazy, absurd, elite secrecy. We got people watching me on this beautiful day, don't worry. But we really do, my friends. We deserve better than this, okay? Let's get global vigilance for victory, my friends. And one of the ways, as I said in my last video, my friends, we cannot go along with the CIA antics, okay? Absolutely we cannot, my friends. I want you to never forget something, and this is part of the shadow groups and the continuity government, some of them. It is the mandate of the CIA, the NSA, the NRO, some of the defense contractors. You guys know I focus a lot on Lockheed Martin, even though they do have some of the best engineers and scientists, so they never have to be mad at me. The CIA never have to be mad at me, because there's still some good people in the CIA. We need them to fight for us, my friends. But it is the mandate of the CIA, the NSA, the NRO, the defense contractors, some of them. It is the mandate of the intelligence community, in other words, my friends, to lie, deny, and deceive at the expense of American taxpayers. And that affects my beautiful people in Canada, of course, gouging taxpayers they are, my friends, and worldwide they are. They absolutely are, my friends. You know, I could go on and on for days, my friends, about how much they're gouging taxpayers. And again, I did a video on the missing trillions, my friends. We have got to wake up, okay? Whether it be the F-35 scam from Lockheed Martin, you know, it just goes on and on, my friends. They've consolidated way too much power. I told you before, Lockheed Martin have largely been divorced from any encumbered responsibility and accountability. And it's about goddamn well time that they be responsible, my friends. And we got to compel, again, the U.S. leadership and government and the defense contractors to tell us the truth, my friends. And we really need to decapitate the CIA, right, guys? Again, they're not a friend of the United States, unfortunately, largely, or the world, you know? Again, my friends, we've let them consolidate way too much power. I told you before, the history of the CIA, my friends, almost from day one, they became a rogue agency doing major covert operations with no restrictions whatsoever in the United States and abroad. That's a fact, my friends. That's the real history of the CIA, and that's why Truman regretted his decision just 3.5 years later, saying that it was a mysterious, sinister agency that was casting a shadow on our position of historic freedoms. And Truman created the CIA, my friends. But this is what he said. And that's why, my friends, the CIA, again, we're doing a lot of unconstitutional, heinous activities, guys, and murders around the world illegally, okay, and a lot of other terrible things. So we need to talk about real history there, my friends, and we need to look hard at continuity of government, what's going on. And I'll give you an example why, my friends. Before we go today, I want to briefly talk about, and we're going to do more research on this guy, or I'm going to, guys. Dark Journalist talked about him. Terrence J. O'Shaughnessy. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Guess what? He's my Canadian boy. This general was born in my beautiful country of Canada, my friends. But guess what? He's probably a good general, but elements of the CIA and the defense contractors, most likely, my friends, they have positioned this guy. They have slimeballed his way into just amazing power, possibly, my friends. Because even that article, remember Newsweek, I quoted to you earlier, my friends, they literally tried to put this guy out, saying that he could be your next commander-in-chief. Can you believe it? We all know you can't be president of the United States unless you're born in the United States. But here's the thing about COG, my friends, continuity government. It is totally separate from the U.S. Constitution. That's why COG shouldn't even exist, my friends, nowadays, right? This guy's position that even though he's born in Canada, if Donald Trump and Spence, or whatever his name is, you know, some of the other leadership out there, if they were to get coronavirus, that this guy could actually go in and possibly be president. I just told you guys the continuity government, how they want to try to go around that Constitution, theoretically. Of course, then we would just need pushback with us, the public, my friends. We would definitely push back, right? And there'd be a revolt. But it is very, very dangerous, my friends. This is insidious, how they're positioning this guy to be possibly president. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine a 3- or 4-star general any general for that matter in the military to be present in the United States. You talk about tanks going down the street, right, guys? And a whole revolt. This is what we're looking at, my friends. This is why we got to be aware and talk about it. And I really commend Dark Journalist for discussing O'Shaughnessy, is it? You know, this guy? Terrence O'Shaughnessy, my Canadian boy. So that's what's going on here, my friends. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I learned that Newsweek were literally saying, you know, when they do this, my friends, when they put these guys out on mass media like that, it's like what Dark Journalist said, it's like a trial balloon. They want to get the reaction of the public, and they want to see how far, again, that they can take their power, my friends. So we can't let a general be president ever, my friends, of the United States. That's ridiculous. Again, my friends, that goes totally against the United States Constitution. It's a little cold. I'm going to put my jacket on, my friends. All right? So, and by the way, speaking of the military operation in the United States, John McCain, how many of you knew that he signed that bill 1768, which literally says the United States is a battleground, that they can be operational right in the United States, my friends? Yeah. The defense bill. I don't know how Congress allowed that to happen. I mean, this is unbelievable what's going on, you know, with Congress. And, you know, I found it interesting. Catherine Austin Fitts once said that she thinks every congressman has a control file on them, meaning they're bribed, you know, like they're basically the CIA have a control file on them. So, I mean, isn't that unbelievable, guys? Yeah. You know, you talk about corruption going on. That's unbelievable. Anyway, I think I'm done today, my friends. I got to carry on with my day, but I hope I did a good job, a sufficient job today explaining about continuity of government, what I learned, and of course the amazing United States Constitution. I just did a video on the U.S. Constitution a little bit, guys. I hope you'll check it out as well. And one other thing, guys, find that church bell, will you? And hit it so you can be notified for my future videos, all right? I wanted to say that today. And again, in my description, hopefully I'll have Instagram, Facebook, again, linked up, guys. And those of you that want to support my channel, I would love it. I'd appreciate it. I would extend my gratitude, guys. I will have a one-time donation. It's called Ko-Fi, now linked in my description. Again, even if you just want to pitch in $1 or $2, guys, I know it's, you know, somewhat dire times right now with this pathetic virus and taking away our freedoms at the moment. So there's not a lot of money to go around for a lot of people, unfortunately, unlike the 1% elite, some of the corporate elitists out there, guys. But, you know, again, even if it's just $1 or $2, however much you want to support me, guys, I know your intentions are pure. And again, I'd be very thankful, and I'd be humbled, and I would use it in a very productive way. After all, I'm just recording with a cell phone right now, not even a video camera. And if you guys want me to have more heft and projection and better sound quality, I would use it in a great way. Anyway, enough said on that, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. I hope I'll get new subscribers after this video. You know, I want to put the CIA on notice, my friends. I'm trying to do it respectfully and firmly. And again, they never have to be mad at me, because I literally say there's still some good people that are caught in the systems that are in the CIA. And again, I hope those good guys that are in charge of YouTube, in the rabbit hole of YouTube, because I assume they are, my friends. Almost certainly they're in control of some censorship. I hope they'll leave me alone. Do the right thing, CIA. Let's see how far I can take this channel without any censorship, because I'm digging in for the truth. I'm doing hardcore research, and I'm trying to help the world to fight for our freedoms, okay? And my friends, all of us, we just got to coalesce our ideas and thinking, and we can manifest a true beauty for ourselves on this planet. We absolutely can. We can facilitate, in other words, a profound, positive change in our world, my friends. We're living through the greatest renaissance of scientific ideas and discovery. Just a truly remarkable, astonishing, privileged era, my friends. So let's try to inspire others to the best of our ability. And my friends, let's expose these shadow groups. Let's grow a culture in society so we can sustain ethical leadership, my friends. But I'm telling you, we're not going to sustain ethical leadership or grow ethical leadership, my friends, if we don't discuss the intelligence community, if we don't discuss and take action and try to get rid of this elements of the CIA, at least, and some of the, and put the NSA and the NRO on notice. We got to call out the defense contractors, my friends, call out their insidious behavior, some of them. We've got to do it, my friends. Or again, we're not going to grow a culture and society to sustain ethical leadership. I know we can do it though, my friends. We can get our power and sovereignty back. We can have global vigilance for victory. And I'm telling you, Once we get our divine right to the black budget technology, for example, my friends, it will be the pinnacle of satisfaction. We will be jubilant, we will celebrate, we will be joyous, we will rejoice. It will be just awesome, my friends. I'm telling you, because it's free energy. And I do a lot of videos on the black budget technology. As you know, my friends, my lifetime goal is to try to penetrate this black budget technology for us, guys. You won't need a centralized utility bill, and we haven't needed stinky oil, gas, and coal for at least 50 to 60 years. And any researcher worth a grain of salt will tell you the same thing, my friends. Unfortunately, we don't have enough researchers in these all-important issues, my friends, okay? So thank you so much, my friends. Gotta go. Thanks for listening. Thank you for sharing your times with me. Again, I hope you'll subscribe. Feel free to share my videos. Give me the thumbs up, all that good stuff, okay? I hope you'll support me. Take care, everybody. More great videos to come, I promise, I hope. And we're going to discuss more of this general, I think, my friends. You know what? Actually, before I go, I want to surprise you, my friends. I almost forgot something. You know what this general said? It's unbelievable. This guy in over 60, Dark Journalist said he researched him in over 60 interviews. You know what he said? He kept saying the word homeland, homeland. And guess what? He only used the term United States. This is what Dark Journalist found anyway so far. He only used the term United States like 2 times. And he used the term nations at times. Why is this guy using the term homeland? This is so important, my friends. We're going to do more videos on it. Well, the reason is homeland has nothing to do with the United States Constitution, right, guys? Even Dark Journalist knows that, right? It has nothing to do with it. Homeland, Dark Journalist should have said this, I think. He could have added this. I'll add it for you guys. Homeland is just corporatism, right? It's military corporate power. Homeland is Nazi Germany, my friends, right? Remember, they called it homeland. And you know, the United States have run their country. As great as a country as the United States is, my friends, they can improve their country in so many ways. And because it has largely been run as a Nazi-esque model for the last several decades at least. It absolutely has. Way too much corporate power, right? The private banks in control. That's what Hitler wanted, my friends. And here's an example of the Nazi-esque model in the United States. How about United States Homeland Security? Homeland Security, is that very subtle? So this guy doesn't even have the intellectual integrity to use the word United States hardly at all in his interviews. Instead, he uses homeland. My friends, that should put up red flags right there about this guy. He needs to change his ways. This is my Canadian boy that's doing this, my friends. And look at him with the United States badge and the flag here, and he wants to possibly become president. They position him in this position of power. My friends, we have got to discuss this, right? We got to have intelligent discourse on this guy. Let's do some more research on this dude, my friends. Terrence O'Shaughnessy's. Homeland? This guy's got to get rid of homeland from his vocabulary. That just vexes my soul. Anyway, that's enough. Thanks, guys. I had to say that part. Take care, my friends. We got to fight for our power and sovereignty and our freedoms. See ya.